Today, I will tell them the story of overcoming J.K Rowling, inspiring many to fight for their dreams. Life will be in charge of putting us in the right and moment. The sales success of the Harry Potter book saga also surprised the author. Before becoming famous, J.K. Rowling was far from feeling successful. Sometimes he lost his work, he lived from social assistance, escaped domestic violence, felt failed, depressed by rupture with his ex, and even contemplated suicide. Born in a humble and hardworking English family, Rowling was a victim of bullying as a child. He felt different and his companions made him notice. Perhaps for that reason, his best friend was a man and not a woman, Sean Harris, who served him as inspiration for Harry Potter's best friend. Despite his economic limitations, he managed to enter the university to pride his parents, who wanted him to follow a career that would allow him a better economic future. Rowling always had a passion for the letters and wanted to be a writer, but her parents did not observe that it is very lucrative to write, so they disapproved that race would follow since they worried that they could not pay a mortgage or its expenses. Rowling hid his parents that he was studying lyrics, and they found out only when she received her university diploma. Like any newly received student, she was excited to get a job according to her aspirations and her good academic performance. But life sometimes gives unexpected twists, and Rowling found a little more to be 20 years in a complex situation. She was unemployed, living on Social Security, newly separated from her husband for suffering domestic violence, raising a little daughter and crossing serious economic problems. The feeling of failure she felt was so intense that she suffered from a strong depression for which she began to have suicidal thoughts, as publicly confessed years later. Rowling felt overwhelmed, defeated and failed, among other things, because he believed that he had disappointed his parents, who hoped that she could have a better life than that of her childhood, which had strong economic deficiencies. His feeling of failure radiated him in every aspect of his life, as evidenced by a dialogue with his mother. According to the movie of his autobiography Mother, "I have told you lately how proud I am from you." Rowling, "What, of your unemployed daughter?" Mother, from the daughter who does not know the word renounce. Rowling, "That's because they keep saying goodbye before I can learn it." Mother, "They keep saying goodbye because you have your father's bad habit." Little by little, with the help of his friends and the love for his daughter, he was leaving his depression and began looking for a job that allowed him to pay the basics, and found him. Apart from the difficult economic and emotional moments, he never left his passion for writing. When he thought he had a good idea, he began to develop it in his free time. Writing Harry Potter's first book was not easy since he had to work and take care of his daughter. But the fight was just beginning at that time since nobody wanted to publish his book, but the effort was worth it since he could finish it. He received many rejections from the main publishers who did not consider that the children's genre was very lucrative. Surprisingly, despite the constant rejections, he did not discourage and continued to send books to several publishers. So, one day, I listened to the surprising news that a small editorial was publishing my book. At that time, he felt that he had really achieved what he had dreamed for a long time to be a writer. His first gain as a writer was very small, but he was happy. Over time, the book became popular until it became a commercial success, and Rowling became one of the richest women in Great Britain. The combined total of his fortune of book rights, films licenses, and other commercial permits of Harry Potter was more than $1 billion. If you would like to keep knowing this type of stories, I invite you to follow this channel and activate the bell, and remember that if they could, you can also achieve it.